Hey guys, it's Zach. Um, let's talk. All right. So this has been a crazy time right now, right? There's a lot of stuff going on in our world, right? Like we got the shooting in Vegas. We have the countless natural disasters that happen in Puerto Rico, Florida, Texas. It's unbelievable what's going on in our world right now. And when you look at it all, it can seem hopeless, right? It can really seem like there's nothing to look forward to. There's nothing to be joyful about. There's nothing to be happy about. When you see all these things going on in the world, you wonder, where's Jesus? Where is the God we believe in? And I just want to say that that's not Jesus' message. In this gospel today, it's a gospel of life, of joy. It's amazing. Now here, so the gospel for today is the parable of the wedding feast. Okay, so the wedding feast have you ever been to a wedding? Right? It's amazing. It's so much fun. Weddings are awesome because the very idea of a wedding is that two people have discerned that God is calling them to give each other themselves to each other completely and entirely for the rest of their life. Guys, it's amazing. It's incredible. Their relationship, their love is going to create life. It's going to create families. It's going to create the opportunity for more and more people to be a part of the kingdom of God on earth. It's going to be amazing. That's the idea of a wedding, and that's why when we get together to celebrate a wedding, everyone is just so happy. Everyone is just so happy. Now, the coolest thing about a wedding, right? If I don't know if you've ever been to a wedding, but if you haven't, you'll learn this. The best thing about a wedding is always the reception. Of course, the sacrament is important, but the coolest part and the most fun part, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, the sacrament's not the most fun part for the person just sitting in the pew. The best part, or at least the most fun part, is the reception or the wedding feast, right? So the reception, right? There's all this music and there's all this dancing and there's food and everyone's singing and everyone's having a blast, right? And now that's because the joy that is in these two people and in their union, right? In their union before God is also felt by everyone at the wedding, everyone at the feast, right? And so if you look at dancing, right, it's a little strange. If you look at it objectively, right, there's music playing, and everyone's sort of like wiggling and like shaking their bodies in like this precise way according to the music, or at least they feel like they're doing it according to the music. Not everyone is. And it's just this release of the joy within you. There's music going on. I know every wedding I've ever been to, I have a horrible voice, but I'm singing at the top of my lungs to every song that comes on. Like Party in the USA to Born to Run. Like it's incredible. It's so much fun. Right? And it's because that joy is inside everyone who's there and is just bursting out. Right? It's just bursting out and it can't be contained. Now, Jesus says to us that the kingdom of God is like a wedding feast. A wedding feast that's so much greater and so much better than anything we could ever experience in a wedding on earth. Right now, you see, here's the thing. I'm probably going to get married, right? I'm definitely going to get married. No matter how many like nice old ladies tell me I would make a great priest, like, oh, Sonny, you'd make a great priest. I'm not. I'm called to be a dad, not a father. And so now the thing that I'm most nervous about in terms of planning a wedding is the guest list. Right? I'm nervous about the guest list because there's a limit to it. Right? And I've got this problem, right? Because I've got my friends here at CUA, and then I've got my friends back home, and the groups are too big to have everyone there, right? And so that's the predicament that I'm running into, is that the guest list is limited. But here's the thing. God's guest list is not limited. Not limited in any sense whatsoever. Right? You know, there are religions that believe that there's a limit on the people of God that get to go to heaven. Right? I think it's absurd to put a limit like that on God. Right? God is infinite, and so is heaven, and so is everything that we believe in. There's room for everyone at this wedding. And that is the message that Christ is giving us, that you are invited to the wedding. You are invited to the wedding feast, and that joy that's going to come with that wedding feast, that heavenly banquet, that heavenly wedding feast, is going to be so much greater than any joy you could ever experience on earth. So here's my challenge to you guys this week. Look at the world around you. Sometimes it sucks, right? Sometimes it sucks. But guys, I challenge you to live your life with an internal joy that doesn't get shaken by all the crap that goes on around you. Right? That remembers that you are beloved, that you are the beloved, that you are loved by a God who is infinite. And if you were the only one that he ever created, he still would have died on a cross for you and you alone. Guys, it's amazing, and it's an incredible love, and you are invited to the wedding feast. And there is no guest limit. You guys, guest isn't really the right word. This is sort of like a tangent, but guest isn't even the right word. It's more of a coming home banquet, a wedding that's welcoming you back home, because you are not a guest in God's house. It's where you belong. So guys, live your life and understand that. Have that internal joy, understanding that you are invited. And don't you ever forget it. I'm praying for you guys. Have a great week.
Don't stop till